I remember growing up as a kid in the 90s, always being bored. I was born in 88, and so my childhood was the bulk of the 90s. I remember it fondly. It was a good time, but I remember being bored a lot. I hated how bored I was. And what's interesting is that I think as a society, as a culture, we've kind of cured boredom to a certain degree. It doesn't seem to be a thing anymore. I don't think kids or anyone, they're not really bored like they used to be because there's always something to do. And yet, I think in a lot of ways, it's really hurting our mental health. Boredom must be good for as painful as it was as a kid feeling bored. I think it's actually good. And now as an adult, I enjoy those moments of boredom. They're actually a relief. It's a sensation of just relaxing and peace to finally be bored. And yet, as an adult, responsibilities, duties, things that need to be done all add up to being very rarely being bored and wanting to fill any of that downtime with a podcast, a video, a reel, a short, just consume content to feed that addiction, the dopamine or whatever you want to attribute it to, constantly feeling the need to not be bored. And yet we see how bad it is. The screens are not good. I think we can at least put it at that. I don't know how much benefit is coming to us as a society from being able to scroll endlessly on TikTok, scrolling endlessly on reels or shorts, or always having another YouTube video to watch, just always having some piece of content, whether it's on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or Peacock or HBO Max or wherever. There's endless amounts of things to watch, to listen, to fill every second, every hour of every day. And I'm just talking, that's just passive videos and audio. You've got audio books, you've got podcasts, you've got video games, you've got so much competing for your attention and all the different ways that you can fill your time throughout the day. So you're never bored. The moment you're sick of one thing, you just swipe over to another app, you hop to another screen, you do something else, and you can just go all day and never be bored. And yet I don't know what it's getting us. I don't know what we're gaining. It doesn't seem like things are better for people in general, in terms of happiness and being content and feeling fulfilled. So it leads me back to this idea that boredom must be good. We must need that downtime. Certainly it's in those down moments when I think back and reflect on my day or my life, my goals, and I have ideas. I have sparks of creativity. My own brain is actually working instead of just being the passive observer, consuming and listening to someone else's ideas. The moment I settle into that time of boredom, even on a commute, driving a car, it's really boring if you don't have a podcast to listen to or something to fill the airwaves. But you have those moments of boredom, and that's when creativity can strike. Kind of like the famous subreddit, Shower Thoughts. The shower is one of those few places that unless you could get a waterproof speaker or something, but the shower is one of the few places that forces you to kind of be bored and just do the routine of shampoo, conditioner, or body wash, or however you take a shower. I don't know. And that's when we have the most profound shower thoughts, famously on the subreddit, right? That's where people talk about, hey, I had this amazing idea, because they had a few minutes of boredom in their day to let their brain start working. I think the more space you can carve out for yourself intentionally to take a break, to step away from the screen, step away from consuming something, the more you'll find you have creative ideas of your own and you have great solutions to problems in your life. You actually will feel better about your day and where things are going if you just have some time to spend in that boredom. But unfortunately, and it's so easy to pick up the phone. It's so easy to be distracted. It's so easy to just throw the AirPods in and listen to another podcast and fill my time with stimulation, external stimulation, rather than being stimulated internally by my own thoughts. And I don't know what the solution is other than finding what works for you. If you have something that allows you to focus and not be constantly looking for that next trigger, let me know in the comments. I would like to know what works for you. For me, the things I found is just making the intentional choice to put my phone away, to take the earbuds out, to do something quiet, and to be okay being bored. making that choice. For me, it's a choice that I have to make, but let me know what it is for you. If you have a trick or a tip, please leave a comment, because maybe it will help me. Maybe I'll find some new technique that I didn't know about, or maybe it will help somebody else. But I think the more we can be bored and focus on finding those moments of boredom, we'll actually be happier. I don't know, as counterintuitive as that seems, it seems like filling your day with stimulation, endless entertainment and education and information would be fulfilling. And yet it so frequently is not. It seems like as humans, we're biologically wired to need more downtime that we are constantly starving ourselves of. We talk about the need for food and water and air, the basic essentials of human life: food, water, air, and shelter, I think, are the four. There's probably love, maybe someone says we need, right? I do agree with that, but you can create an endless list. But I think boredom is one of those things, like we are starving ourselves of boredom, filling all those gaps in the day. And we need to feed ourselves more time to be bored, to actually get what we want out of life, to get where we want to go. And maybe you disagree. I'd also love to hear it in the comments. But for me, it seems like that's what I need as a human being, is more time with my own ideas, with my own thoughts, finding that place where I can go back to being a kid and being bored and thinking, there's nothing to do. And realizing there's so much to do. That's where my best ideas come from. That's where my motivation comes from. I am most productive when I've been bored, because I feel like, oh, wow, like I could be doing this, I could be doing that, I could be doing, and almost all of it is not consuming more junk filler media. It's doing something for myself, being productive in a way that I wasn't even considering. Oh, here's a great idea I have, or an inspiration to do something beyond what I'm normally doing. I'm desperate for more moments of boredom and just having nothing to do, because I find so much benefit comes from that, for me personally. But again, let me know what it is you do, because it's something that I think a lot of people aren't doing. And it's so because it's so easy not to. It's so easy to fill every minute of every day. And when things are easy, human beings, often it's path of least resistance. We're going to do what has the least friction. We're going to do what is easiest. Unfortunately, when it comes to what we eat, how we spend our time, and what we consume, whatever's easiest. But often that's not what is actually best for us. And that's where I struggle. It's making the difficult choice to actually get the better result. Some days I have the willpower to do that, and other days I don't. And I wish I could be better every single day about making that better choice for myself. But when it is more challenging, when it is more difficult, it's always easy to default to that regular setting of whatever's comfortable, whatever's convenient, which is often pulling out a phone, staring at a screen, listening to a podcast, whatever it might be. But I do appreciate those days when I can make that better choice for myself, because I just always feel better. Time slows down. I get more out of the day just by being bored.